I mentioned to Izzy, we were on the radios. This is one of the most beautiful rides getting to a campground. Besides the bears trying to eat people, what's another really bad thing viewers may not like?
This could be a deal breaker. We've always said this, like Pennsylvania state parks are so much better than New Jersey state parks.
Yeah.
There's so many of them.
Yep. We promise you, you are going to love this campground that we are about to show you. And why is that?
Yeah, we are really surprised of how nice it is.
Yeah.
And what a bargain it is. So before we get into our perfect campground review criteria, where are we right now?
So I promised you, you would like it. We are at the Promised Land State Park in Greentown, Pennsylvania.
Really nice place, guys. Before we get into our criteria, I just want to give you some quick stats on it. This is right from the pennsylvania.gov website. So it is about 3,000 acres in total size.
It's huge.
Very large.
Huge here.
1,800 feet above sea level. It's surrounded by 12,464 acres of the Delaware State Forest. Some of the amenities here, fishing and boating in 2 lakes. You have cabins, camping, miles of hiking. There's a beach here, there's a museum. There's a lot to do in this area. So let us get right into it.
So the first must-have has to do with locations. You know, there's varying parts of this location. Getting to it, okay, so the roads getting into the Promised Land State Park are absolutely beautiful. I mentioned to Izzy, we were on the radios, I was driving Nellie, he was in the car, and I said, this is one of the most beautiful rides getting to a campground.
A lot of PAs like that.
Yes, it was so pretty and just serene.
Yeah, so you're about 10 miles, what was it, 84 we're on?
84 west, yep.
Yep, about 10 miles off of that. And then for us, depending on traffic, about 2 hours. So it's not that far, it's not too close. The 2 hours is kind of getting into a different world. One of the things that really annoys us when we're on the road, we show up to a campground that we booked and all of a sudden it's completely different than those posed portrait pics that they put on their website. Well, this has happened to many people, including Mark Kepp, who was a full-time RVer and the founder of campgroundviews.com. Campgroundviews.com is a application website that gives you real-world virtual tours of a campground.
Over 35,000 campsites. They have all of the state parks from Oregon, Washington, California, Texas, New Mexico, Utah, Idaho, Tennessee, and many more. They're adding campgrounds every day.
Also, over 65% of recreation.gov campsites are on there. Their ultimate goal is to have every campground in the US, which of course is a huge undertaking, but they've grown so rapidly. Really in the past year, they've grown a lot.
Right, and this is different than Google Earth because Google Earth, you're not seeing through all that tree coverage. You're not able to get inside the cabins as you do with this. You're not able to see all the amenities. It's way more involved than Google Earth.
More importantly, you're not able to book right from the website. You can try it out free, guys. We have a special discount code, Endless Free. You go to their website, campgroundviews.com, put in Endless Free. You get 1 month free trial. If you like it, then you can use the discount code Endless RVing and you get 25% off of a membership, which is pretty awesome, guys. Small US business, big supporters of the channel. They're really the only kind of website out there that's like it. And now they also have a mobile app, which is pretty awesome. We're gonna put all their information down below. Go check them out.
So the next one is site sizes and getting in and out. Now this is going to vary around the park. So our site size, you can see behind us, our site is enormous. We could fit
plenty of room here.
45 feet with a couple cars, easy. Getting in and out was very simple. It's a pull through. We just pulled right in. I will note that we were talking to the camp host, who is actually one of our subscribers. She came over, so if you're watching, hello again. She said there are different parts in the park where the sites are a little closer. So check into that first if you don't like being too close to people.
Yeah, so regarding our site, very level, gravel site, and a lot of privacy. You have trees kind of separating. Although we can see our neighbors, we do have a lot of privacy.
And as we always say, many of you are traveling with your pets. They do allow pets. We actually do have Sierra and Bowser here with us. So bring your dogs. There's tons of dogs here. What I will make a note of is that as in many state parks, you have certain sections that only allow pets. So we are in the Northwood section, and that is pets allowed. There are quite a few sections that you cannot have pets. You have to make sure you check that before you...
That is a big thing in all the Pennsylvania state parks, because I know we're staying in another one a little bit later on this season. They're marked, and they do enforce it, because we saw that last year. Somebody had to move because they're not in the pet area.
Now let's get into our like to haves. The first one is space. Now again, this is going to vary, on what part of the park that you're in. Our particular site, which is Northwoods PT5, if you're interested.
Pull through.
Yes, PT5 on Northwoods. That is.
Give it away, because then people are going to want to.
That's the
They're not going to
spot
get that
you
site.
want. I'm telling you, it's awesome. So huge amounts of space. Other sites aren't going to have as many.
Another one of our like to haves are full hookups. Although I was just commenting to MJ, more and more as we're camping, like I don't even like full hookups. I just want electric.
I know.
Especially if we're going on like a 3-4 day weekend, it's just a hassle. Like
you don't have to hook everything up.
In.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's plug in. And a lot of times when we get sites like we're at today, which just have 50-30, so we don't have water, we don't have electric, we book very close to the bathhouse, and the showers here are pretty awesome.
Very clean, yeah. How many of you use the bathhouses? I know some people are probably freaked out by it, but in most cases when we've been to places, they're relatively clean, except the one in New York, as we saw.
New York was bad, and that was a private campground.
Yes.
Now, talking about full hookups, there are sites here with full hookups. There are one with just electric. There's ones with nothing. So we just got electric, perfectly fine. Everything's working. The electric pedestal looks like it's pretty new, and we've had no issue with it. Next thing that's a like to have, although we may move this into a must have because this is more important than really having the water.
At least for us with our channel and work.
Yeah, it's going to be internet. Now, very surprised. As we were driving in here, I'm like, oh, I don't know, this is going to be bad.
The office, there was nothing, no service.
Site we're at, AT&T, 154 down, about 6.5 to 7 up. Very good, very good internet. We downloaded a video today. It was done in like 3 or 4 minutes. Very good.
Yeah.
So we're super happy with that. Now regarding Starlink, I don't know about that here. There's a lot of tree coverage.
Yeah.
That could be an issue, but at least AT&T Cellular in this section of the park has been very good.
Next is, oh, that sun just hit us. It feels great. So not a lot of overhang. Now, again, it depends where you are. There are a lot of trees. You're in a forest. Lots of bears. You got to be careful about that.
There are a lot of bears here.
Signs everywhere.
Do not leave your food out.
No, don't. There's a lot of trees, guys. So we'll be definitely blowing the roof. Now, right over Nellie, it's not too bad right over her, but you are surrounded a lot. So there will be a lot of coverage. And then the next like to have is a dog park. It's a state park, so you're not going to get that.
Now, there is not a dog park, but we took the dogs today, 2-mile walk, and they're like, we left, they didn't even look at us. They're done.
We did about 2.5 miles first, and then we took them again on another mile. This is a lot for 2 senior dogs.
Yeah, so I measured out from where our campsite is to the front office, and what is really nice, because there's really not a lot of traffic here, it's about 2.15 miles. So round trip, you're well over 4 miles. There's plenty of places if you want to cycle, run, walk outdoors. There's trails, a lot of area here. So even though you don't have a dog park, if you want to tire them out, you can do that.
Which leads us into our bonuses and our amenities. So there are plenty. As Izzy said, you have tons of trails, and you can look to the side anytime and see a different hiking trail that's going off. Again, be careful because there are a lot of bears, as in any Pennsylvania state park. So you have a beach area. You also have a place for kayaking. There are plenty of people fishing. There's a nice little bridge overlooking the water. A lot of people fishing there today.
Yeah, and the beach area, you can swim. It's open for swimming. I don't believe there's lifeguards there, so you swim at your own risk. Some other amenities that are here, you have bathhouses everywhere.
Right.
And in there,
nice ones.
Very clean, full showers. We've been utilizing that because we don't have water, and I like to take long showers.
You also, I was going to say, you also have a lot of tents. It's probably the most tent camping I've ever seen where we've been. So there are tons of tents here.
You have dump stations in every section of camping. Now this is broken down into different camping sections. The section we're at, they have 2 areas for dumping where you have non-potable water, and then by the front office there's an area with potable water if you want to fill up before you leave. If you're kind of going to your next destination, it's included in the price.
Before we get into the deal breakers, I'm just going to give you a couple little tidbits of information if you're looking to stay here. So the Beechwood, Northwoods, that's where we are, and Hemlock Hill sections are open early May and close mid-October. Rhododendron is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day, so you can contact the office for specific dates. The next thing is, in terms of staying here consecutive nights, you can stay in any state park campground in PA for up to 14 consecutive nights between Memorial and Labor Day, and after that, 21 consecutive nights.
And sorry, before you get, there's actually a camping area here, equestrian camping area, so if you want to bring your horse, they have actual place to keep your horse.
Right. Besides the bears trying to eat people, what is another really bad?
Not trying to eat people.
What's another really bad thing that a lot of our viewers may not like?
This could be a deal breaker for some, no alcohol.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of state parks.
Yep.
That is enforced, and I'm not opposed to that because people act stupid when they get drunk. So just cut that out of there.
So the deal breakers, number one is breed restrictions. Nope, we have our pitties here, and I don't think we've ever really come into a Pennsylvania State Park campground where there have been restrictions. Again, it's just the sections that you're not allowed.
And then bad reviews. I mean, everyone has bad reviews, but the reviews are good here.
Pretty good.
Landscaping, all that, it's a state park.
Yep.
Everything's maintained.
Very nice.
You just get what happens here. It's just natural.
So now in terms of, we had added the attitude of the staff. When I checked in, you do have to check in at the office right when you come in. They were very sweet, very helpful. So let's talk about the attitude of the campers. Now this is when we're here. It is Labor Day weekend, so it's very busy. There's a lot of kids. I mean, but they're great. They're having fun.
Yeah.
There are certain areas though that are quite loud. It seems that a lot of the tent campers tend to produce a little bit more noise, at least while we're here. I don't know if that's all the time, but it's fine. I mean, everybody's kind of keeping to themselves. And
Yeah, it wasn't anything really super late.
Nope. Not at all.
So let's talk about the cost. And when you stay at state parks, that's always the big advantage. It's always going to be cheaper than what we've paid, $80, $90, $100 a night.
And it's Labor Day weekend, so it is a holiday weekend.
Doesn't matter here. Doesn't matter in state parks.
But if we stayed at a KOA, we'd be paying probably $120.
Probably. I'm really starting to enjoy state parks a lot more.
Yep.
So let's talk about the cost, guys. 3 nights. The total, it's $122, and then there's a $6.50 transaction fee. You book everything online. $128.50 for 3 nights. It's about $42 a night for just electric. Now, the full hookups will be a little bit more, but they're usually not very much more. You just go right to if you just go Pennsylvania State Parks, you can see all the state parks, and on their website, you can actually filter out by location and amenities. So it's pretty awesome.
The Pennsylvania State Park website's pretty easy to use.
Yeah, we've always said this, like Pennsylvania state parks are so much better than New Jersey state parks.
Yes,
so
they
much
are.
better. We actually enjoy coming out here, and there's so many of them.
Yep. In the comments below, guys, let us know. Have you been to a Pennsylvania State Park? If so, what is your favorite one? We've been to a bunch now. And if you've stayed in other Pennsylvania State Parks, put those down in the comments below so we can learn and others can learn.
Also, let us know state parks in other states
Yep.
as we start venturing out more. We always like to take advantage of the state parks. If you like videos like this, guys, to the left of us, we'll put our RV campground reviews playlist. We'll put our RV newbies playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.